All right. Let's go. We got Clem in the top left side of the map here. It is the semi-finals of the Wardy Monday Cup. Shin in the bottom left side. That's right. Shin He-Bomb, the master of Zerg nastiness. His build orders are always special. He has 3 lava. What are we doing? Or 2 lava, sorry. Guys, what is he doing? What is this build? Is it 14 Overlord into 3 drones? He's doing a 17 pool. Ah, you lose a few seconds of lava production there. But I guess he's decided for this build, this is more efficient. Is he going to do the gasless dark build where you go 17 hatchery and then you go for a quick third hatchery behind the 6 Maybe. Clem is a massive favorite. Clem comes in as the favorite for every tournament he plays. The man is a god. The man is a beast. But I'm not sure if this is favored for the Asian server or not. Because remember, this is the cup that Wardy's hosting to replace the ESL Week League Asian Cup. It's on that time zone. I don't know what his tournament server rules are. So if you guys know, let me know. I believe it's probably just played on the NA server. And we've actually got Hyper One in chat says, no, it's not Asian server focused. They just do the fairest one. So it's Asian time zone and that it's like, you know, evening, Korea, kind of morning, middle of the day over there in France. So they will be playing on NA then with even ping. Okay, so Wardy just wants the best, fairest games rather than to support that region with a bit of favoritism. Fair call, fair call. Command Center does go down. And we've got a Reaper expand with an SCV. Very good call, because this SCV is going to see... Wait, he didn't build any Zerglings? What? So he goes for a pull first just to get the Queen out to deflect the early Reaper, but doesn't even send 2 Zerglings across the map. You know why? Because Clem will see the delayed hatchery, assume there's 2 Zerglings out of the map, and he can't send the Reaper across. Unless he's Clem, who actually is so confident that his SCV would have spotted the Zerglings that he goes across anyway, because he just doesn't care. So I guess it's just a safe macro opening for now for Shin. Fair enough. It's just a modified macro opening. Shin's openings are weird, guys. He'll open 14 pool in Zerg vs. Zerg. He'll go, 15 spawning pool before Overlord with an extractor trick. Like, his build orders are very unique, and they lead to all sorts of kind of bizarre timings. It makes it hard for his opponents to read what he's up to. Now, Link Speed's on the way. He's pulled off gas. And Clem, Natural Command Center. Notice he does not have a second gas, so we know Clem is going to be playing 3CC today. Queen comes down to just make sure that Reaper can't get rid of the Creep Tumor, and potentially to escort a drone to the 3rd base is kind of what it looks like he's trying to do right now. But he hasn't actually sent a drone. Okay, now the drone's heading down to the 3rd base. You can see Clem's Reaper, he's a master of this hold position micro, just making sure he's delaying that 3rd base as long as possible. And there we go, he's going to go for it, but... Oh, he's going to get it. Oh, no, he doesn't. Oh, Reaper's trapped. No, it's not. No, it's not. Yes, it is. No, it's not. Oh, it gets out. Nice move there for Clem. 3rd command set is on the way. Hellions building 2nd barracks as well, not a starport. So he's going to go for the 2-1-1. One of the safest follow-ups here. Excuse me. Now, was it the 2-1-1 build that died to the Queen Ling Flood with drops that time, guys? Or was that a different build order? There's no gas mining, so I don't think he can really do any sort of cheese like that. He's like, it looks like a macro build for Shin. Obviously, he could go like double gas Roach Warren right now and then do something. He's building a few Zerglings to try and maybe just make sure he can block the early Reaper Hellion pokes. But all things considered, this looks like a very solid build for Shin. RTS forever. Thank you, Alex, for the support. Dude, there's so many good strategy games at the moment. There's so many good strategy games. Not just classic RTS, but other games. I'm having so much fun lately. I actually am just enjoying making content so much. Oh! Ow, 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 ow. Oh, he lets the Hellions pass. Maybe a mistake. I mean, at least he stops them from escaping, but yeah, he shouldn't have been losing so many drones there. I mean, I say so many, it's 2. Still a good trade, right? Lair starts up, 6 more drones on the way. But he built so many Zerglings, I feel like he could have slapped that down a little harder. Always hard with a guy like Clem. When you try to stop Clem from retreating, he takes advantage of it to dive deeper and find damage where he shouldn't have. And if you're too cautious on the defense, he'll just slip away and you won't get the kill. Depot will go down. Nice cancel. Marines? I mean, with SCVs, he can easily defend. Yeah, in the mineral line, the ability to mineral walk SCVs through the Zerglings and A-move them makes that a very easy hold. Starport swapping over. We should see Medevac starting up now as well. 3rd gas goes down in the main, as does another barracks. Notice the factory there building itself a tech lab. This barracks will swap onto the reactor after the first 2 Medevacs build. Big mistake rookies make for Terran is they keep building medevacs. If you guys open up with an early couple medevacs, you build the medevacs, you don't want to keep building them because you don't have enough Marines to really warrant more than 2 or 3 medevacs. It's better to swap the starport off, get a barracks on that reactor to build more actual fighting units, and the starport can build its own reactor, then it can start building medevacs about a minute later in the game when you're actually going to need them. And that's just a good general rule, is get a few medevacs out early if you want to go for a fast drop, but then you want to, if you've got enough APM to do these fancy swaps, you want to try and get your barracks up on reactors as quickly as possible. Double drop goes across the map. Roach speed's on the way. +1. Wait, why is he still massing lings? Oh, it's a 1-1 Roach all in. It's a 1-1 Roach all. It's the classic rogue build. 6 queens. He's going to defend with mass zerglings. He's going to convince Clem that it's a Ling Bane build. And then he's going to try and just hide the roaches till the last second. And he's going to Nidus Worm the left side of the base. We know exactly what build he's doing. Shin is playing exactly the way Rogue would play this game. I think Rogue did take a map off Clem with this early in one of those Asian weekly cups or something like that, maybe like a month before EWC, a few weeks before. They played a lot of fun games there. Ooh, a couple Marines go down. Nice catch as well. Now, at this point, there is nothing in Clem's mind that tells you he's playing roaches. You're like, I've seen Massling, I've seen a lot of queens on the front. You don't realize he brought every queen to the front, even his injecting queens. He's trying to pretend, oh yeah, I built 9 queens this game, but he actually only built 6. So Shin is faking Clem out hardcore right now. Now, if Clem just builds tanks, he could still be fine. And he is building tanks, not Widow Mines, which is good for him. He's got a 4th and 5th reactor, 1-1 upgrades. As long as he just camps his natural and doesn't like get caught in the open, he could absolutely defend this. But it is all about the Nidus in the main at the same time, opening up a new front. Nidus Worm's going to go down now in the natural. Has to go down now, guys. He can't delay it any longer because 1-1's almost ready. Where's the Nidus Worm? There it is. Okay. Where's the drone coming to build that from? Okay, out the 3rd base. Ling's on the front. Good surround. He keeps forcing these Marines to pick up. Shin's done a really good job of spreading his creep forward. Something you would really be focused on if you were playing a Ling Bane game. He doesn't actually care about the creep. He cares about the illusion of him caring about creep. You know what I mean? That was a funny way of saying that, but essentially he wants Clem to think he cares about creep spread. He does not care at all. Ooh, okay. A lot of Marines are out on the map. Nothing at home right now. Clem thinks he's playing a normal game. He is not. There's not enough Lings to deal with this. Clem should start realizing something's up soon. He sees the roaches. He sees the roaches. Nidus Worm's going to pop in the main base right now. He goes to build a depot immediately. He realized this was a threat, but it's still too late. He needs to pull the SCVs right now. He needs to get those medevacs over there. He needs to shut down that Nidus, and he cannot be on the low ground. He needs all of the tanks to pull back to here. Right now, they're too exposed in the front. This tank is blocking. That's blocking the other tank. The tank can't get inside his base right now. Big mistake on the tank positioning for Clem. He does fix it because Clem is very fast, and he notices these things. But he can't fight without tanks in the main. You can't fight with just your Marines, Clem. This is the big mistake a lot of players make when they play against this. They try to fight with the Marines. You have to fight with your tanks and your Marines together. Otherwise, the Roach Ravager will overwhelm. It's 1-1 against 1-1. He's trying to make 4th commands and his upgrades. He's up ahead in workers, but none of that matters if you cannot defend this push. Good pullback on the starport. The Marines stem forward, but every stem is sacred. Barely dodging the biles. Great micro so far for Clem. He's got another tank in the north. That tank is going way too far forward, though. Clem does not realize that tank's in the open up top, and that's an easy snipe there for Mr. Shin. Tank's trying to get over here. Marines coming out as well, but he's lost a lot of Marines. He's got to give up this left side of his base. He has to give it up. He's got a tank there from the low ground. It's going to try and get to the high ground. He's building 2 Widow Mines at a time on his 2nd factory. Not very useful against Roach Ravager, but they could get some big hits if things turn around. The biles are in the big. Ooh, big bile lands on a few Marines. These Widow Mines will burrow as well, trying to hold him back. One tank's going to go down. A new tank's about to pop out in the north, but a tank has gone down. That's 2 tanks that have fallen so far. New tank sieges up top. If the Roach Ravager gets on top, that could be big. Bile takes massive. Oh, the command center survives. Mass repair on the bile is legit. The tanks are getting good shots. The Widow Mines in the south still haven't fired. Double bile does take them out. Even Clem is not fast enough to unburrow that in time. There's 3 tanks, 23 Marines against an absolute horde of Roach Ravager. Shin spreading biles across the front line, cleanses the Marauders, cleanses the SCVs. That tank in the top is actually getting so much damage because it's just off Shin's screen. He has no idea there's a tank up there. He's focused. He finally realizes that tank was getting free hits this whole time with no defense, but he already biled the other tank. There's only 1 tank left. Clem Siege is in a very safe position, but his production is right now in jeopardy. He's somehow still building medevacs, tanks, and Marines at a decent rate. But dude, Shin is knocking on the door, and he will not be held back. 2-2's almost finished for Terran. If Clem can somehow hold on, he might be able to do this. The Nidus Worm in the main doing so well. Biles on the tank. Good move for Shin. Dude, Shin did such a good job of selling a story this game that this was a Ling Bane game. 4th command centers, reactors on 2nd factories, all of these things that are just not important here. Dude, that Roach, if it drags the Widowmine shots into the worker line, it could be massive. Unfortunately for Shin, he was not watching. Widowmines do take it out. 2nd tank's ready. Marines are going to try and engage, but there's just not enough. Biles take out one of those tanks. The other tank is now no longer in range of this army, or only barely on the flank. Roach Ravager is going to move in. Triple Bile on the tank. And that is going to be toast. No more tanks left. Clem's down below 100 supply. And Shin with a clinical build order. More Roaches even rallying in the front, getting damage there. He's going to break the production in the main. This is just a beautiful build order. Great execution. And I mean, 2-2 kicks in for what? 12 Marines, 6 Medevacs, and 2 Widow Mines. Upgrades kick in when there's no units left to use them. Shin with a surprise victory in game 1. All right. Let's go game 2. Massive trick. Shin played that last game perfectly, completely tricked him. And now he's going to go for the 15-15 hatcher on the outside. Dude. Excuse me. Sorry, I had to do a little bit up there. This build is all over this map lately. Every Zerg is doing this build. And Clem is playing very conservative. No proxy racks. Now remember, Maru did a proxy racks up here and did nothing to this hatchery. Because he went just like 1 or 2 Reapers, and it really didn't achieve much. I honestly feel like, as a Terran right now, going proxy 2 racks on this map to deny this base is probably a good move. I guess it's just a big risk. It is a big risk. All right, so we're going to go for a 15 hatchery here. So it's 15-15, and then he'll start rallying over when this is about 1:45, I believe, is the normal time. No. It's when this is at 45 seconds. So it should be 10 seconds from now. At about 1 minute 27 is when the drones should rally over there. So all these drones will probably change their rally path. It's 1:27 now. This is when you go. 1:27. Yeah, well timed. Well timed. Immediately sending 8 drones. Whoo, big commitment. SCV comes out for Clem. That's going to be the first warning he has of this. He's just going to go for a 1-rack expand. Wait, on the front? Guys, why do people take it on the front? I guess because otherwise the gold minerals gets denied, doesn't it? That is true. Wow. So Clem is playing like this map completely standard. I didn't even know that was an option. That's crazy. I guess it makes sense. Too many Terrans lose because their gold gets denied. So Clem's like, okay, you're doing this. I'll go over here. Reaper's already heading that direction. Marines coming out as well. But doesn't this just give Shin like a nice advantage? I mean, I guess if you just open Hellions, you can try to drive around into the main base maybe. But we'll see if Shin can just block the main base with the queens and kind of make something work. Only 2 Zerglings, but with the quick queen's going to be out in 12 seconds. So I think you can afford to just buy a few seconds with these Zerglings. These otherlings are on the other side, which is fascinating. Oh, he almost gets the surround. If he got that, that would have been absolutely slick. Notice he immediately goes back to gas. Roachhorn building in the main base nice and early. And behind it, factory, reactor, 3rd command center. Now, I have noticed, though, off of this base, a lot of the times, like, Dark will try to bust here anyway. So can you truly defend this natural? I think only if you go straight for, like, Cyclones and or maybe for Hellions. I mean, sorry, skip Hellions and go straight for, like, Bunker. Bunker and Marines can buy time, but it's not got the long range. And this is where he's going to go for 2 Hellions to start, but those Roaches are already on the way. 4 Roaches coming out. Notice he built them all from this base because they're closer. And this is going to be hard for Clem to defend. Let's see how he does it. Now, if he scouts the back, he can see that there's no Ling speed. He's going to come over here. Still active. You should see that is not a fully saturated base. Because there was no second drones on a bunch of those mineral patches. Roaches coming out. Morphin into Ravagers immediately. They're going to be going that left side. He's building more Hellions. Clem, 0 respect. No bunker here. What the heck? Clem, you know what this build is. Everybody does this build. He's trying to go 4 Hellions. How's he going to defend? Clem, mate, wake up. Uh-oh. Clementhy Chalamet being a greedy boy. He normally gets away with it, but Shin is already in his base with 2 Roaches, man. These Roaches going after the Marines. He gets 1. Okay, a couple Marines go down. Roaches and Ravagers over there. He should morph these into Ravagers to save them. Does he have enough gas? Think he will just have enough gas now? Oh, yeah, he morphs it. Only 1 hit point. Only 1 hit point, but it survives and the regen's happening. Remember, Cocoons do regen. Hellions go down as well. 5 drones do go down on the other side of the map, but it doesn't matter if you can't defend. Clem being so incredibly greedy this game. Clem! Oh my lord, has he been too greedy? I think he has. I think Clem's been too greedy. I think Clem's been way too greedy. He's just got no units. The Cyclones get out. Cyclone number 1 gets out. Nice lock on, nice lock on. He can defend. He can survive. He can survive. He has 3 command centers. Oh, Cyclone number 2 dies almost instantly. The SCV count's so low. Stim's going to go down. Stim gets cancelled. Roach Ravager picking off so many workers right now. Shin is droning behind it and going for a lair. What is the follow-up with that lair? I do not know. Ravager gets 1 more kill. Mass repair of the Ravager. It's going to take out the Cyclone. It's a hold. Clem holds on. 22 workers, not that many. Dodges that last bile. Roach, not able to take out that last Marine. 38 workers versus 23, but you've got 3 command centers. This is technically holdable. Imagine if you had a bunker, though. Like, not having a bunker or Cyclones early was crazy. It's so greedy. The fact that he's alive is insane, but he definitely made things harder for himself than he needed to. 18 workers is too many on these gold minerals, even though it is gold minerals, so it's still somewhat okay, and it will allow you to mine these mineral patches out very quickly, but he's going to transfer a bunch of these workers. Third base coming up as well. Double Evo chamber. Probably just a Roach Ravager follow-up. Try to do a big all-in again. Maybe Nidus Worm the back. Bunker on the front. Cyclones are here. Camping right now is Clem. I wouldn't be surprised to see him move out with the Cyclones. If you can catch an Overlord or 2, that'd be good. Anything to slow down Shin right now. Starport's coming in. Stim has restarted, and he's trying to get these Marines going as well. Remember, if you guys are just tuning in, hit that bracket command if you guys want to know where the games are from if you're watching live. Starport coming in as well. Okay, we've got 16 workers there, 13 there. Plenty of workers coming up the third. It's not a crazy worker advantage, but realize there's no upgrades for Clem, no engineering base, no medevacs out yet. And he's kind of stuck being so passive because he's so worried. He's going to get rid of this. That's an Overlord kill. Obviously, the Overseer cost gets 3/4 refunded. 1-1's on the way. Roaches building. Now, I never feel comfortable sitting on just 55 workers 3 base because this gold mine's out so early. I would always want to take a 4th and get a bunch more workers, but it looks like Shin might just be like, no, I'm just going to kill him. Like, I know you can't really afford tanks and upgrades and all those things right now, so I'm just going to bust you when you've only got, like, you know, a few siege tanks out and a few Marines, and at the very least, you can't mine the gold or take a third. So if you're at least stuck on 2 base against me on 56 drones, I, as Shin, can say, well, I'm building a big advantage for myself. Like, that's kind of all I need to do, right? I'm getting further ahead. Yeah, Roach Ravage is not the best long-term comp, but mining an extra base on your opponent is huge. Third command center is going to float out to the front right now. And Clem, he's got siege tanks building. First one is only now on the way. Third barracks has not swapped over yet. His first medevacs are popping out. We want to see that barracks swap over. Double upgrades on the way on the engineering base. His 1-1 is a little bit behind his opponent. Stim comes in, gets himself a queen. There are only 4 queens alive. Dude, if he barred that medevac, that would have been insane. Clem is not going to be making that mistake. By the way, check this out, guys. Cool fountain. Very polluted looking water, though. I would not drink from that. Unless I wanted to get really high and possibly die within the next few minutes. Combat shields on the way. 4th and 5th barracks coming up right now. Roach Ravager moving forwards. There's only 1 tank out. He's going to have to lift this third. Run away, Clem. Clem, run. Clem, you cannot defend this. There is 0% chance. The tank is actually covering on the south. He needs to be further on the north because he's not covering the natural. Tank's unsieging, trying to move in. He needs mass repair right now. Mass repair is not going to be enough. That's enough biles to one-shot the bunker. Tank does move forward, but it's missing shots this whole time. Ravagers are in range, and that's going to be a triple bile on the tank. The SCV is getting shredded. There's no DPS behind it. Shin cleaning up. A dominant world champion Clem being handed one of his first significant losses since that world championship, and a nice win for Shin, who goes on to the grand finals of the Wardy Monday Cup.